Wabash-Carnegie Public Library Oral History Program, interviewing Mrs. Clay Driscoll, Route 1, Urbana, Indiana, Wednesday afternoon, April 2nd, 1975, in her home. Well, I'm sure that you can. The first question I'm going to ask you, Mrs. Driscoll, is when and where you were born.
In Logansport, the 8th of December in 1892.
And what was your father's full name and your mother's maiden name?
John Francis Coughlin and Jane Hanley.
And what did your father do for a living?
Well, at first, when I was a child, he worked at the lumber yards in the Panhandle Railroad at Logansport. And then later on came to the farm for 5 years, and then went on the bridge gang on the interurban and worked from Fort Wayne to Lafayette, all along the line.
Now, was yours a big family?
Yeah, there was 8 children of us, and there's only one besides myself living now.
And who were they? Tell me their names.
Anita was the oldest sister, and then myself, then Marguerite, Bernadette, Thomas, John, and Hanley, John Hanley, and Loretta.
Did you know your grandparents?
I knew my father's father and his second wife.
Can you tell me about them?
Well, they lived north of Lake Road 2 miles, and I used to visit them when I was a child. And they've been gone quite a few years now.
What did your father and mother look like? I mean, describe them.
Well, my father was a tall man, and he had gray hair pretty young, they said. And my mother was more of a sandy-haired woman and medium size.
Do any of your children look like your parents?
Well, they always said I looked like my mother.
That you look like your mother?
Yeah.
How long did you live in Logansport?
Until I was 13 years old.
Did you go to school there?
I went to school to the Holy Angels Academy on the corner of 9th and Broadway in Logansport.
Could you tell me about your life in Logansport, what it was like and what you
Well, there was, we had a modern home and had a good life. We was all happy. We wasn't rich.
did? Did the church play an important part in your life? And
Oh, yes, always. We went to school to the sisters, of course, and we went to St. Vincent de Paul Church, and were very much interested in the church and school.
Do you remember what the holidays and festivals were like? Do you remember Christmas and those occasions?
Oh, yes, I remember the Christmas, but we didn't have midnight mass then. We had an early mass at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that was one of the great feast days. We always was ready to get up and go to church, even when we was 5 years old.
What was Christmas like then when you got home? What
Well,
occasion?
we always, not many gifts, but always a happy time.
Did you have a Christmas tree?
Oh, yes, we generally had a Christmas tree.
Crib?
No, not we didn't have a crib. But, we always had pleasant times at home.
Do you remember as a young girl, before you left Logansport, do you remember going downtown at all, or any of the picnics or anything?
Well, not often. My mother kept us pretty close to home. We didn't go very much until, I suppose, 10, 11 years old. Maybe we'd go down.
What would you do?
But, just probably look in the windows and walk around, but not much. We didn't get downtown very much.
Did you move to LaGros for what reason?
Well, Dad always liked the farm, and he thought that he wanted to go back, but the farm we got wasn't very progressive, and so, of course, we were growing up then, and we needed work too, and so we moved to Wabash out on Sherman Street, and then it was great to work for people. He used to chop wood and go out in the woods and help people out, and finally got to working on the trolley as the bridge foreman, and he was pretty busy then. And I went to work at the fair store in Wabash. I think Lowenberg had that store then.
Where was it located?
Well, just in the middle of the block between Market and Canal.
Yeah. Had you already graduated from school then?
Well, I only went through the 8th grade.
Yeah, and that was custom
Never
in
went
those
to
days.
never went to high school. Just 8th grade.
And you went to work for the fair store in Wabash?
Yes.
Yeah. And what were your duties?
Well, just waited on customers. They sold everything from China and hardware store and they just had everything.
What kind of money did they pay you?
Well, I think it was only 3.5 a week start, and then I got 4. But I never did get any more than 4.
Were those long hours?
Oh, yes. From 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 or 6. And 2 nights a week. Monday night till 9 and Saturday night till 10.
Did you walk back and forth?
Walked back and forth. Even went home to dinner sometimes. You couldn't stay downtown when you could get a good meal for 15 cents. You couldn't stay downtown.
What, when you went to work, how old were you? About 16, 17?
Yeah, I was between 16 and 17.
What did you dress like in those days?
Oh, mostly skirts and blouses.
And where did the skirts hit the girls?
Well, they were much longer than they are now. Almost to the ankles.
Almost to the ankle.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shoes did you wear?
Well, I wouldn't know, just ordinary shoes.
Were they button shoes or?
Well, no, they were lace shoes, but they were low shoes too at that time. Mm-hmm.
Well, where did you go to work after that then?
Well, then I got married after that.
Yeah, well, then if you got married, let's ask how you met Mr. Driscoll.
Well, I met him when we were still on the farm. And I was 16. And, of course, we went together then for the 4 years. But they didn't do then like they do now. You only saw somebody once or twice a week, you know.
Not every day.
Oh, no. And when I was, we were married when I was 19. I would have been 20 in December, married in September.
And tell me about the wedding. I think you told me one time there was a twin involved. Or?
There was a double wedding. My oldest sister and her husband and I were married the same day at St. Bernard's.
What day and day was it?
On the 25th September.
Year?
In the 1912.
1912.
Mm-hmm.
And was this a big occasion to have a Catholic
Well,
wedding in this small town?
It was just the family then. My sister's husband, mother, and sister were present, and then the Driscoll family. And we had dinner at our place in Wabash.
After you got married, everybody went over to your house and ate?
Yeah. And,
did you take a honeymoon in those
well,
days?
we went to Fort Wayne. My sister was going to live in Fort Wayne. She had her house furnished, and that's where we went.
The Florida?
Yeah.
How did you get there?
3 days. On the interurban.
This was not unusual in those days?
Oh, no.
Who was the priest that married you?
Father Sullivan, Father William D. Sullivan. And Father Much was in my girl, and he attended too.
Was this the church that they had torn down, or the old?
Yes, it was the old church.
It was the old Methodist church that they
Yeah.
purchased. Yeah. And I imagine this was a big time then for the families and the church and everything.
Oh, yes.
At this time. Yeah. Well, you came back, and Mr. Driscoll was doing what for a living?
Well, he was farming for his father
Uh-huh.
right here. And we lived here that winter, and they started building a house across the road here the next spring. And we went into the house in June of that next year.
That'd be 1913 then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1913.
How did, tell me the background of the Driscoll family, how they acquired the land and so forth.
How they were.
How they came about to be farmers and got the land. How did his grandparents get here and so forth?
Well, they always farmed. None of them did. Well, my husband worked at the carpenter trade some for other people, but he always was at home and farmed. And we continued.
But his grandparents came from Ireland, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And what did they come to Ireland for? What reason and why did they settle here?
Well, I don't know why they came from Ireland, just like other people, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Did they work on the canal or anything?
No, I don't think so. No, they just got their land and settled.
Uh-huh.
Built log cabins first, and
They got how many acres to start?
well, just the 80 here.
Just the 80
this
acres,
first,
yeah.
uh-huh.
And the older generation, your husband's parents, farmed the land
Yeah.
that we're sitting on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then your husband also decided that he wanted to farm it also.
Yeah, and he stayed right here because he was the last one
Uh-huh.
of the boys at home,
Uh-huh.
and his father was getting older, and we just started to farm, and we've been here ever since.
Yeah. Did then the first winter that you lived here, then in 1913 would be the first winter that you actually lived here?
The winter of 13.
Yeah. Now were the parents still living here then? Were his parents still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at home here.
Yeah. Were they still in good health?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what did his mother and father look like?
Well, they were very nice looking people. And
Did he have a beard or wear glasses?
no, he didn't.
Did he have long hair or bald? Or?
No. Well, he was rather bald, gray hair and bald, and more of a smooth, round face, and Grandma was about the same.
Was she heavy or thin or?
Well, she was on the heavy side and a little short.
Uh-huh. Well, probably your grandchildren had never seen that side of the family, I would imagine. Grandchildren. Your grandchildren.
You mean my grandchildren? No, not my grandchildren.
Yeah.
My children knew them.
That's why I'm trying to get a description
Mhm.
of what they
Mhm.
look like for the grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my children all knew their grandparents.
So they then, in turn, built a house for you
Yeah.
across the road.
And we lived over there 5 years. And then the older folks decided to go to Le Gros.
Mhm.
They bought a house down there and went down there. And we moved over here on account of the barn and cattle and everything being on this side of the road, so we could take care of it better. And after they were down there 2.5 years in Le Gros, they decided they wanted to come back to the farm. And they came back to the little house and put on 2 little rooms upstairs, and then they lived there the rest of their lives.
How old were they then when they died? What years?
Well, Grandma died in 32. Let me see.
Did he die afterwards? Did Mr. Driscoll?
Yeah, she died first. I don't know those dates right now.
Well, we can look those up later.
Yeah, uh-huh.
When the old folks spent 5 years in Le Gros and then they moved back to
2.5.
2.5. Did he in turn then come back to work on the farm, or just nothing?
No, he used to go at the creek and take a horse and work once in a while, just as he pleased,
Yes.
do little things. But he never took hold of farming or anything anymore.
Did they stay in pretty good health in retirement?
Yes, they did. They weren't sick very long. In fact, he died very sudden, sitting in his chair one Sunday afternoon.
How did everyone, this would be 1912 to 1920, say, how did everyone get into church and things like that?
Oh, we just had buggies and carriage, and that's the way we had to go.
Of course, this road out here was not blacktop in those
Oh,
days.
no. It was very bad. It wasn't bad since 1912, but before that, it had been awfully bad. But this road never was. This was one of the better roads out here.
Did this road have a name? It's 500 or something now.
I know. No, I don't think. I don't recall this road having a name.
Was when you went into LeGros, was that the main area where you did your shopping and went to church and visited friends?
Yes, it was. We used to get to Wabash once in a while, but that was a long trip for a buggy. And then sometimes they'd put the buggy up, or the horse up in LeGros, and go on the trolley. And then you'd get one back, a couple hours.
Well, that must have been a big occasion then.
Yeah.
Well, what was it like being a farmer's wife? Here you had been born and raised in Logansport, and then came to Wabash and worked in a store, and then all of a sudden you're thrown out on the farm. What was that like?
Very happy. Never regretted it.
What did you do to keep busy?
Busy, my goodness. My first child was born August 13, and I was busy. I made clothes, sewed, raised garden, raised chickens all the time. Finally got sold. We had 300 pullets at a time to put in the hen house. And when you have those, you feed and water and clean eggs and all those sort of things. And I've been busy all my life.
Did you bake?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Baked bread and canned and everything that a farmer's wife has to do.
What was your kitchen like in those days for cooking and
We
refrigeration?
had a range used to cook on. And,
And this was
not
coal or
anything.
wood?
what is it?
Was this coal or wood?
Well, both. We used both.
How about your refrigeration? What did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Always used the cellar.
Uh-huh.
And had a cool, deep cellar. And,
How would you preserve your meat?
well, it was generally always smoked, what you'd keep later on. In the wintertime, when it was cold, you'd butcher, and you'd have it while it was cold. And you'd can it, and the smoked meat would last till early summer. And then, of course, you'd be out of meat for a long time until fall.
Yeah.
Soon begin to get cold while they'd butcher again.
But of course you always had chicken
Yeah,
and then whatever
yeah.
fish you could catch.
And your canned meats,
Yeah.
beef and pork both.
Did farmers make much money in those days?
No, not much, but then always a living.
Well, what did the old folks retire on then? What did they do for money when they retired?
Well, they still was interested in the farm. You
They
see,
still
they
had
got
an interest in
they
it.
got a percent
Yeah.
of the crop.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did that work out to everybody's satisfaction?
Yeah, we never had any trouble.
Did Mr. Clay Driscoll, your husband, then, did he have brothers and sisters?
Yes, he had 2 brothers, and he had 3 sisters.
They did not want to go on the farm, or?
Well, the boys were on farms.
But
You
not.
see, the father had other farms besides this one.
Yeah.
He acquired after the old folks was gone.
Yeah.
He had 2 other farms, and the boys were on farms.
Yeah. But speaking of those days, then, Clay Driscoll's father must have been able to acquire a considerable amount of wealth
Yes, he did.
if he could acquire 3
yeah,
farms.
he did.
Yeah. And he did this all through hard work and not
Yeah,
inheritance? Or?
and hard work and help of his sons.
Yeah. Now, did they all live to full, ripe old age, the sons? Mr. Driscoll's brothers?
Yes. Not real old, but then I think Will was only, I believe he was 63, and Hugh was in his 70s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, tell me about the children now. Your first one came along right away, and then
Yeah.
who was that?
That was Eileen Schreiber.
Uh-huh. And the next one?
Was Cletus. And he wasn't so well all his life. He had a heart ailment, and he was 39 when he died. And then Mark was the third one. He lives in Wabash.
Uh-huh.
Leona Camel, she lives at Marion. And Bob lives in Urbana. And Lloyd lives in Huntington. And Rita in Wabash.
Was this interesting, raising a large family like that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were any of the children much trouble to you growing up?
No, they weren't. They're very close. They got too far away.
Now, you had one that was sick most of his life.
Well, yeah, he was had asthma, and finally they operated on him for a heart ailment, and he didn't survive the operation.
But he was the only one then would be sickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do for doctors in those when these kids were small?
Well, there was doctors in these small towns. There was a doctor in Legro and Urbana. But people didn't doctor then like they do now.
Who did you use? What doctor did you use?
Well, we had Dr. Renner, and he was in Legro at that time. He was here when Eileen was born. But later, the other children, we had Dr. Jordan, Mrs. Dr. Jordan from Wabash, and Dr. Stewart from Wabash. So,
Now, let's talk about how children are born in those days. Did you stay at home?
yes, I was at home with all of mine.
No. Now, did anyone come in?
Yes, we generally had a lady or practical nurse, and
When time got near, then the nurse would get a hold of the doctor, and was that the procedure?
no, I generally was alone until it was over, and then somebody'd come in.
Then the doctor would
Yeah.
show up then? And,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be glad. How much would he charge in those days?
Well, I don't think any of them was over $20, and 15.
Of course, that was a lot of money in those days, too.
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the baby was born, did you nurse all the children?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Full
For
term?
a while, not too long. For a couple of the last ones, not too long.
Yeah. Did you have help in the house at all when the kids were growing up?
No.
You never had a girl come and stay? Or,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Did Mr. Driscoll have anybody, farm hand or anything, help him?
No, the brothers used to come and help
They would share.
at share their work,
Yes.
and then when the boys got older, they helped.
How many horses did he have?
Well, Jenna worked 3. and Jenna had 4. But they worked 3 to a lot of the implements.
Do you remember the horse traders coming around? Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but we never done too much business with anybody like that.
That he would just have regular work horses, not Belgians or...
No, just work.
Yeah. Well, the farmer had quite an attachment to his horses, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That was his livelihood.
Yeah.
On a typical summer day, then, what would it be like around here on a nice, warm June day when you were young and raising a family?
I don't know. Found a lot of work to do.
Did you? Did you
Yeah.
keep a large garden?
Yes, we had a large garden. Sometimes had garden stuff in the fields. And of course, there was always yard to look after and chickens to take care of and garden. And you found plenty to do.
Was the house wasn't always like this, was it, on the outside?
No, my husband fixed this over himself.
Was this made?
And just a few years before he died.
Yeah. Was there some native lumber or something on the outside?
It was always a lumber, yeah, on the siding.
How did you heat it on the inside?
Well, we had hard coal stove, and then we had a soft coal burner. Now we got oil.
Oil. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're going to go back a little bit. Rita asked me to remind you that about playing the piano all the time, and
Well, we always had a piano at home from the time we was little children, and we learned to play. My father played the violin, and we used to accompany him on the piano when he was very small. And then I had a piano for a while here, and then I was without one for about 18 years. Now I got one again. I don't use it too much.
Did you play piano downtown in Wabash when you were a young lady?
Yes, I substituted at the Eagles Theater. But Irene Shandel, that used to live in Wabash,
How do you spell it?
was the Shandel,
Yes. How do you know how to spell the last name?
Shondle,
S-H-O-N-D-L-E. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
They lived down the west end of town. And she was the piano player at the Eagles. And I sang more than I played.
Uh-huh.
I sang. And I sang in the church at Legro at St. Patrick's and also at St. Bernard's when Leah Elward played the organ down there.
Now, playing the piano as a substitute in the Eagles Theater, this was back in the days of silent?
Silent pictures. And how long about years of 1910, 11, something like that.
Now, would you have sheet music to play off?
There was always a couple of songs came with the film,
Uh-huh.
and that's what was supposed to be sang during the show.
And how much did they pay you for this?
About $1.50.
That was pretty good money
Yeah.
in those days.
Yeah.
And I presume you were down front there someplace off
Up on the stage is a
Up
real
on
one.
the stage.
Yeah, they generally put a spotlight on you,
Uh-huh.
and you'd stand offside from the picture,
Yeah.
and the picture'd be going on while you'd be singing.
Who was the owner of the theater in those days?
Well, I can't think of his name.
What, Dixon's? Did they have?
Dixon's had the 2 theaters, one on Market and one on Wabash Street, and they finally took over the Eagles, but at the time I sang, I don't think they had the Eagles yet.
Down there in the...
Well, I didn't sing every night. Maybe it'd be a couple of nights a week. And we lived still on the farm, and I used to go down and sing. It'd only be a couple of nights a week.
Was this considered a wicked occupation, being on the stage in those days?
Oh, no. No, just like to sing, I guess.
Yeah. Also, I understand that when you worked in the store, that you also sold sheet music?
Yeah, I did. They had a piano and put in a line of music, and I had charge of that.
Yeah.
But I would still help any place else on the store when they were busy.
Now, how would that work? I mean, say if a person came in and wanted to
Well,
buy
we never was that busy.
Yeah. If you wanted to buy a piece of sheet music in those days, you just went in and then you played it for them?
Yeah.
And they paid how much with sheet
Well,
music?
I think it was only 15 or 20 cents a copy.
Yeah.
Something like that as a rule. Maybe they'd have a run of a dime
Uh-huh.
each, you know.
Was that a lot of fun?
Oh, yes. It's always fun to play.
You got paid while you played. Well, how about playing and singing at the LaGros Church then? What were the occasions there?
Well, at the regular mass, or for weddings, or funerals, any services.
Of course, back in those days, everything was sung in Latin, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the organist was, you told me once.
Well, Kate Ramsey was organist.
And,
Everyone knew Kate.
yeah.
She worked at the paper and all that.
Did you get paid for singing at church?
I think maybe a few times. No, not ordinary, no. But a few times I did get some money for singing maybe a lot of requiem masses through the weeks, you know, or something like that. Individual pay.
Yeah. How would you get in those days? Buggy again?
Yes, and walked a lot of times to Lake Earl.
From here?
No, we only lived 2 miles from Lake Earl. That's when we lived before.
You miss those old days, really? The old mass and...
Oh, no, not particularly. I've adjusted to,
the new regime.
you know.
Tell me about, let's talk about Mr. Driscoll now, after the children are growing up, and then he sort of goes into retirement before he died, or...
Well, not only for just 2 or 3 years, and then his health was failing him. He had a heart condition, and but he was able to get around and drive the car up to the last. And
How old was he when he died?
73.
Do you remember when electricity came to the farm?
Oh, yes.
What was the occasion?
Well, it was a happy time.
And what year? Would that have been the late 30s?
Well, it's just whenever it went through here is when we got it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what year that was.
And what was the first thing you bought to run off electricity? Stove? Refrigerator?
No, I don't have a stove yet. I use gas and stove.
Refrigerator?
Refrigerator is about the first thing.
Yeah. And did you have radios up to that time?
Well, yes. We got a radio pretty quick, and of course the iron was one of the main things too,
An iron?
and the lights.
Yes. Do you remember moving the plumbing indoors?
Oh yes, that wasn't done till much later.
Was that a big occasion also?
Oh yes.
Yeah. How about a well? Did you find a pump and a well convenient?
Oh yes, it was much better to have the water in the house, but then, let me see. Hasn't been too long that we've had the water in the house.
A well.
Yeah.
Do you remember the telephone coming through?
Yes. I remember the telephone as a child when I'd be at my grandfather's. They had one of the first telephones.
Was it a big
But
occasion?
outside, for myself, I was never in the house where they had a telephone until I moved in this house in 1918.
And you've had a telephone since 1980.
And that telephone was here.
Yeah.
And that was the first house I lived in that had a telephone.
Was that a big thing in those days?
Well, yeah, that was.
Do you remember Mr. Driscoll's first car?
Yes. It was a Model T.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember what he paid for it?
No, it was a second-hand one. I don't know what he paid for it.
That also was a big event in the life of a farm family.
Yeah.
Did he buy a motorized or a gasoline tractor before he bought a car, or did he buy a car first? Or was he still using the horses to plow the field?
We were still using horses then.
Did you see much change on the farm when World War II came in?
I don't think so.
Did you remember when it came time to vote? Did you exercise that right when women's suffrage came in?
Well, I wasn't much enthused about it and still am not.
Do you vote now?
I do vote.
Yeah, but it really didn't make any difference?
No.
Yeah, in other words, you were not crusading for the vote or anything? Do you, have you enjoyed good health?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And been relatively free of illness? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rather remarkable, I think. And how old did your parents live to be?
Well, my father was 79, almost like about a month of being 80. And my mother was only 66 when she died.
How is it living by yourself now at 82?
Well, I believe I'm getting along better than most people.
Why?
I'm contented,
Oh, yeah?
happy, and it doesn't bother me. As long as I'm able to do for myself, I thank God every morning for the rest I get and for the day ahead.
Do you sleep well and everything?
Yeah, pretty well.
You live here by yourself and you go to bed at
Yeah.
night? And,
Sometimes it's 4 and 5 days. I don't speak a word to anyone.
oh, really?
There's no one comes. There's no one here, and I'm not much to talk on the phone.
And that doesn't bother you?
No, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But it seems strange to a lot of people.
Yeah, I bet it does. Well, I think that this rural life probably makes a person a lot more satisfied with his state in life.
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you still get out to church?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You get there every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
My son takes me. Yeah, that's one of the main things.
Did you ever think you'd live to be this old, really?
No, and I don't realize I'm as old as I am.
Oh, really?
No.
Do you think you think the same that you used to?
Oh, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, you don't find you're thinking any differently than
No.
when you were younger? Or,
No.
that's...
Of course, I used to think when I was young that 40 was old.
Here you are, 82, and
Yeah.
well,
Still going.
Yeah, I think that's good. You still have your own teeth.
I still have my own teeth.
No problems there, is it?
No.
Yeah, that's
I've worn
positively-
glasses since I was 45, and I don't have any trouble that way.
Yeah. You get into town often now?
No, I don't get to town very often. Maybe once a month or something like that.
That's enough.
I aim to keep plenty on hands.
Yeah. You enjoy television?
Yes, to a certain extent.
What do you like? I mean, what type of show?
Well, I like more of the panel programs,
Uh-huh.
the question and answers. That's my, and I love the basketball games.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. I watch them all on television or listen on the radio.
You must have stayed up late Monday night then.
I did. That's the only thing I'd stay up for,
Yeah.
was a basketball game.
I understand that you've never met Bill Rogie.
I haven't.
You have not met him.
And he mentions my name every time that he has a ball game. I've never met him. But I think that I knew his aunts that worked around on Canal Street when I worked at the Fairstone. The two of them. I don't know whether they're living or not.
About is the we haven't talked about Fresh Hours School here.
Oh,
Tell me about it. Tell me about the school.
well, what will I say about the school? I never went there.
I know you didn't, but the thing has been here long enough that you should.
Yeah. Of course,
Did it-
all the Driscolls went to school there, and Fresh Hours, and Hip and Steels, and
Shankles?
no,
They were further east and north, I think.
no.
When did they close the school down? Where did your children go to school?
To Urbana.
To Urbana.
That was the first year that Eileen went to school, was when they took them to Urbana. And you see, that would have been about 19.
Uh-huh. Did they,
She was
the
6
school
years
bus
old.
came by and picked them up and took them?
Yeah, picked them up and took them.
When did they close this down then, that year?
Yeah, that was the first year that there wasn't school there, 1919. And every year we have a reunion, the school reunion.
Here?
Yes, but of course, the old members are not there, but there is a few yet that went to school there. And of course, I go on account of Clay going to school there. I have to go. And we meet every year, and there's still about 25 of us that can get together.
Still go.
Last year we were at Hopewell, and we will be there this year too, in September.
Are you getting to be one of the oldest members of the community now?
Well, there's 2 or 3 more older than I am yet. Uh-huh.
Where are all the Driscolls buried then?
In the Legros Cemetery. Mm-hmm.
And your family are all buried where? Your
In
parents?
Huntington, my father and mother in Huntington, my sisters and brothers
All buried in Huntington?
in Huntington, yeah.
There's what, just one big cemetery there and there?
Well, it's a Catholic cemetery,
In Huntington?
yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Are there any secrets we should tell the grandchildren on this tape here
Any secrets?
that we should tell them?
No. Guys.
That you got a pot of gold buried out in the field? Or...
Oh, no, no.
I'll tell you what we should do also is I think I'm going to ask you to play the piano.
Oh, shoot.
Yes, I think we'll put that on the tape also.
Well, the kids always like this pretty well. I'll play just a little bit of this.
And what's the name of this?
Forgotten.
Uh-huh. And what's the background on this? Is something you sold down in the store?
No, the first time I sang that was at a play that the church had La Girl.
Mhm.
In a part of the play was kind of a sad part. And
Well, we'll have to get this then. Very pretty. Do you play that often?
no, haven't played for a long time. Now, what did you want? Something a little bit faster?
Okay, let's play something a little faster. Now, what is this? Something that you did back in the old days?
No, it isn't.
You keep learning new songs?
Oh, yeah. I can read music.
Okay. Pretty. I like that.
Oh, a little bit of a cakewalk.
Yeah. Do you play anything from just from mind?
No, I never was much to.
Improvise or? You ever write any music?
No.
Never wrote any.
Yeah.
Do you still sing?
I can't.
You can't sing anymore?
Can't reach the notes anymore.
Yeah. Probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check and see what our music. Now I notice on the sheet music we're going to play is Ave Maria. Now, who is this right here, Mrs. John Coughlin?
That's my mother's name.
That was your mother's music. Did she play the piano also?
Well, she didn't do any chords. She never played much music, but she got me this piece. And my brother sang this Ave Maria too, in the church at Huntington.
Yeah. But you've played this and sung this many times at St. Patrick's and down at Wabash also, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know whether I sang this one in Wabash or not.
Now, which one is this? This is Schubert's?
No, this is Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, okay. All right, now let's...
They claim that you're not supposed to sing this one in church now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'll be darned. I never heard that.
Yeah, that was, when it was published, the ones that was out, well, this was the one. enjoy the air.
Like an organ would. Very, very nice. Very pretty. Well, I think that we've about covered all the ground that we're going to cover. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say or pass on to the children or grandchildren someday be listening to this tape?
No, nothing that I can think of.
Nothing spectacular, huh? Good.
No.
It's been a lovely afternoon, and we've had a good, nice chance to visit. And again, I want to thank you. And we'll send you a copy of this, and they'll, in turn, you can correct it and add anything you want to, or want to put any family history or anything like that on it. And this is George Dingledye for the library.